Yo, what is up? We are back with part 3 of a 3-part series of how to make general in 15 minutes. Now, in this three series parts series of videos, I help you make general in 15 minutes. So if you're here for the first time, please consider subscribing and turning on the notification bell. This is the best way you can help my channel. Also, if you give this video a like, it helps out my channel a lot too. So let me thank you in advance for it. Now, in part 1 of this series of videos, we were attacking in Capture B. Oh, but first let me remind you, Frontlines begins on the 27th of April after a 2-week break in the beginning of April. So remember that 27th of April, mark your calendars. You will be back in Frontlines for 1 week again. Now, like I said, in part 1 or the first part of our video, we were in Objective B, attacking Objective B and getting into the cap circle and trying to cap it. Now this is the view from Objective C. Instead of going to attack Objective C, I am supporting Objective B here by shooting these enemies that are trying to flank the cap circle of Bravo Objective B. Now this is a little bit of a double-edged sword here, because one of the problems about helping Objective B from the Charlie cap circle is when you're on this ledge and chasing these guys away, it's gonna make Objective B a lot quicker to cap, which means there is a potential that they could push through and then capture Objective Echo and then destroy Objective 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before you can even rank up to General. So it's a little bit of a double-edged sword here when you help out when you're in C and you're helping out the guys in Bravo Objective. But nevertheless, this is a great spot for me. I always come here to see if there's anything to shoot at. And just like that, just spending a couple of minutes here, I've racked up 2.3k damage, ranked myself up to Sergeant, and helped the guys in Objective B capture without much fuss, without them being flanked from the east side. So this is one of the positions, maybe early positions that you could go to if you are on Charlie. Sometimes there are no shots, sometimes there's nobody there, but a lot of times there is someone there, and you will get at least 1,000 damage in my experience anyway. But here we are in the T44-100. You notice that every one of my videos begin with a T44-100. Why? Because it is my most confident tank, it is my most competent tank, it is the one that I go to all the time. It is my first tank that I pick because it is the jack of all trades. Yours could be a Progetto 46, it could be a T44, it could be a Lorraine. That's up to you, but go with the tank you are most confident with. I like this one because it has a very good gun. It has a bit of a trollish armor. It can bounce a bit of shit, so I like it. So here we are defending Objective, well, not defending, we're supposed to cap it, but the enemies have taken up the position on the rock, which means if you got into the cap, they're going to deny you from capping and they're going to earn all the capture points. So what I'm going to do is try to shoot them and kill them if I can before you want to attempt getting into the cap circle. So chase these guys away from the rock first. Now, if you've watched any of my old videos, you will know that I rate the Charlie objective one of the most difficult objectives to capture. In terms of A, B and C, A is kind of 50-50. B is very easy to capture if you are on the attacking side, and Charlie is the most difficult side to capture from. Unfortunately there, that LT-432 had a bit of a trollish armor, bounced him twice and then I got finished off, but that's okay. We are now in the garage. I want to spend some time thinking carefully where I want to go, and you saw me there. Even though I was already ready to go, I thought about where I want to go before I decided. So I decided to take Objective A, help out to cap on the Objective A. Now you notice that there's some guy on the western side of the map who's pushed really forward. So if I went into the cap circle right now, I could be shot by this guy on the left. So I want to make sure that we don't have guys sneaking up on the left side of the map before we attempt to cap. So you see that guy there? Let's try and chase him away. Maybe get a couple of shots on him if it's possible. But now take a look at the minimap. If you look at the minimap, you can see the eastern side of the map is being dominated by our team. There is a Tiger 2, FV4202 that's on the ledge. They've basically won it, and that means everything on the right side of the cap circle is protected by our teammates, which means this is a great time for me to get into the cap circle ninja style. Try to get in there undetected. What am I doing? I am driving in using using the houses, using the terrain, using the rocks to try to approach this position stealthily. I'm trying to get in here without being spotted, and I think I've done it quite successfully, because as I drove in here I was not spotted. So I'm capturing it and I've not been spotted. So the reason why it's important not to be spotted is if you are spotted and you're being tracked by the enemies, they know exactly which rock you are hiding behind. They can dump the artillery strike and the air strike on you if they know where your position is. So if they don't know where your position is, they have to guess which 3 rocks you are hiding behind. So if they don't know, it's better. Now this guy, I didn't know he was flipped, but anyway, I still got my HE shells. As you know, HE shells can pen the Burask very easily. So I think I had my HE shells there, finished him off, and because I was undetected getting in here and I didn't get any damage and I'm probably gonna survive, it means I have earned, and looks like my teammate has died there, the guy that was capping with me, which means most of the capture points in Alpha was earned by me. So early in the game I was aggressive. Well, I wasn't aggressive, I was sniping from a distance, so it was really no risk on my part with the T44-100 sniping into the guys at the Bravo objective. So that was no risk for me. Did 2000 plus damage there, and then get into the cap circle in A and almost earn, I don't know, close to 100% of the capture points on objective A. So I earned a lot of capture points there, and you saw me rank up. I probably jumped from sergeant to almost finishing lieutenant, almost getting into captain. No joke there. You can earn a lot of ranking points if you earn the most capture points, which is exactly what I'm gonna do in my EBR 75. I've already basically skipped 1 rank when I was successfully capturing objective Alpha, objective A, and now what I want to do is see if I can get into objective Delta. That is exactly the plan. I've pushed as far as I could push to try and spot the enemy teams without repairing my tank, and now that there's nothing left to spot, I will go back and top up my HP, my repair station, get to the repair station, repair myself, top it up, and see if I can chase this LT432 away. Now this LT432, obviously it's a light tank, it's got good view range, it's got good camouflage. It's not going to be good for me if I happen to like a YOLO into the capture circle right now, be aggressive, go into the Delta objective and try and cap it, try to sit in the cap. I could be easily spotted by that LT432, which is why you saw me being careful about what I want to do here. I don't want to rush it. I want to attempt to cap Delta, but I do not want to risk losing HP. I want to go in there with as full HP as I can. Now if you watched any of my older videos, every time I approach Delta, what I want to do is knock down that tree that is right in front of me there. I want to knock down that tree and push it into the capture circle so that I can use that tree as additional camouflage for my light tank or my medium tank. So that is very important. I'm trying to approach here without being spotted. You see me looking around, being very careful, nothing spotting me, and now I approach, but I got spotted. Now this is the tree I'm talking about. You want to knock down this tree, but I knocked it in the wrong angle again. I seem to do that all the time. You want to knock it down square into the circle so that it can provide some camo, and I got myself stuck on a rock. I need to put myself in rapid mode to get out of being stuck. And now we get into this part of the capture circle. It is lower than ground level, slightly lower, so it gives you a bit of a hull down and a little bit of safety. These guys are using airstrike on me, but they've missed, so you want to be unpredictable, because I got spotted there a little bit, so they know that I'm here, but they cannot hit me directly if I continue going forward and backwards. They did hit me, but they didn't hit me as much. I am a little bit damaged, but they only took less than a quarter of my HP, which means now what I can do is, if this tree, if I pushed it down correctly, it would be sitting more onto the left side, and more of the leaves would be covering the delta objective, and I can hide my tank in there even better than what it is now. But anyway, what I'm saying is, if you push this tree down correctly, you can use this tree to hide your light tank. You'll be completely invisible. And look at me there, capturing almost all of the capture points here, and you saw me basically jettison myself from lieutenant. I skipped captain straight into major, and this is just from farming those capture points. So if you are in a hurry to rank general, this is one of the, well, this is the quickest way to do it, and you will, if you do this successfully, easily under 15 minutes. I managed to HE that Burask there and killed him off. And now, before I go to the repair station, I want to use my remaining HP that I have here to see if I can spot anything that's hiding or trying to run away, so that maybe my teammates can help out, maybe the artillery can help, maybe someone with the artillery or airstrike directives can shoot these guys, and I will earn the assisted damage from my teammates. So before you go into the repair station, if you do have some HP to spare, use that HP to trade for some assisted damage. I'm using it right now to spot some people. I could take 1 or 2 shots or 3 shots. Very lucky here to survive, to be honest with you. But I do survive, and now I get into the repair station. Make sure I turn off my travel mode, get into my driving mode, circle around so that I don't get shot, and stop my repair. So I get myself repaired, get into rapid mode again, and now continue on my way. I'm halfway up general, which means I need about maybe 5-6 more shots, and I will make it into general. So basically, this video is just like my part 1, part 2 and part 3 videos. The objective here is making general as quickly as possible. Of course, you want to try and do it without shooting premium shells, because if you shoot just standard shells, you're going to make a hell of a lot more credits than you would if you were firing premium shells. So I'm doing this as cheaply as possible, as you know, save as much credits as possible so that I can make a lot of credits in this game mode. Of course, I've got all my credit boosters on, 50% personal reserve boosters, 30% credit boosters from my clan, and another 15% credit boosters because I am platoon with some friends. So remember that if you are into, if you want to make some credits while having fun, while trying to rank up to general as quickly as possible. Oh, pity this guy. I'm gonna HE in. When I was driving towards this location, I switched my ammo from standard shells to HE shells because of situations like that. I was expecting to run into light tanks, other EBRs, Link 6x6s, and I was lucky there. I got the back of a Scorpion G, and when you shoot those backs of Scorpion Gs, they tend to catch fire if you're lucky, and that's exactly what happened. Now I switch back to the standard AP shells. I took a hit from the Lanson C. The Lanson C is a very interesting tank. I think this is the tank I would go for the next episode of Frontlines. Unfortunately, I don't have this tank in my garage. I had a rental before, but I don't have it as a permanent tank. I wish Wargaming would give me one. Please, would you give me one? If any of you guys are watching, I would like one because I'm planning to change my strategy on this game mode. You saw me reach general there in about approximately 15 minutes. What you are watching right now is the end game. I am just trying to get as much damage and assisted damage as I can. I've already ranked general. It doesn't matter to me anymore. I've already earned my 1,200 ranking points. I've earned my 200% experience bonus, and because I'm general, I will also earn the credit multipliers for that, which means whatever credits that I earn plus my 95% credit bonus from all the credit reserves and whatnot, I am going to earn that credit multipliers for being a general as well. I might as well help them cap them out, earn some extra capping points that will maybe not just keep me as a general, but also maybe propel me to become the highest earning experience player, which will give me the General of the Army badge. So I hope this series of videos, part 1, part 2 and part 3 of how to make general in 15 minutes has helped you understand the mechanics of this game mode and how you actually can rank up fairly quickly if you plan ahead and have a rough idea how to game this mode. Basically, when you are attacking, you want to be getting into the cap circle and earn those capture points. That is the quickest way for you to rank up. Obviously, it's not the only way. The other way to rank up as well is by doing a lot of damage. But again, this video series is about ranking up fast, ranking up in 15 minutes. And the fastest way to do that when you are attacking is by getting into cap circles and earning those capture points. I made a huge mistake here going for this Renegade. I actually thought at the time, I thought that Renegade was a Burask and I was going to do a lot of damage on him. But anyway, too bad I died. But like I was saying, you can do a lot of damage to rank yourself up, but the fastest way when you're attacking is to get into the cap circle. The fastest way to rank up when you're defending, if you watch part 2 of this series of videos, the fastest way to rank up when you are defending is by doing damage on the guys that are inside the cap circle. So if you are denying the enemies from capping, you are going to take away those capture points and earn it for yourself. Either you shoot them and take away their HP, or you get into this cap circle with them and deny them those capture points. If you didn't watch that video, it is the video before this one. It is part 2 of this three-part series videos that I'm making about ranking up to general in 15 minutes. It is a video in craftwork where we were defending. So that is the quickest way for you to rank up while you are attacking like this, and the quickest way to rank up while you are defending by shooting the guys in the cap and by getting into the cap circle and denying them the capture points. Now, like I said, this game is over for me. I'm already general. It looks like my team has already reached objective 5 and destroyed objective 5. They're probably on their way to objective 4 to destroy objective 4. And here's another tip for you. Another way to rank up and earn a lot of frontline points and rank yourself up quickly is also by actually shooting the objective 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you do damage on the turrets, turret number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you also earns a lot of ranking points. But of course, it is detrimental to you if you haven't reached general yet. If you're not at least major, don't do it. If you shoot enemy tanks that are near the objective 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you also earn extra frontline points. Any tanks that are within 150 meters of the turrets, if you shoot those enemy tanks, you also rank up quite quickly. Now you see my teammates there in that T92 and some other teammates pushing forward here, going forward to destroy the turret number 1 with me. I'm going to get a kill on this guy, which means I'm going to earn a lot more frontline points. But you see this guy in the T92 and that Burasque, none of those guys are even ranked general or major. Even this guy in the Progetto helping to shoot and this guy in the Pantera, I have no idea why they are trying to kill off this objective. It is not in their interest because none of them are even major or general. None of them have ranked up. They clearly is not taking complete advantage of this game mode. They're not ranking up when they're destroying it. They want the game to last longer. In fact, I'm the only general in my team and general of the army of both teams. Also healthy amount of credits there, 550 after repairs, very cheap repairs because I didn't shoot any premium shells. 507,000 credits. This is my last video on how to make general in 15 minutes. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something and wish you all the success in Frontlines 27th of April. See you on the next video. Bye bye.